Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Lex, and today we're going to be checking out another Moist Critical video, man. Today we're going to get into, hopefully, what's going on with Nintendo's pricings, the tariffs that are implemented onto the Switch 2. Man, what is going on with the gaming industry at this moment, dude? It feels like it's going to be a luxury for us to even play these games anymore, man. Can we keep supporting the greedy Nintendo company? Let's check it out.
People sound like when they do their best to defend Nintendo from my mean words. They deserve it. Nintendo is greedy, and I'm tired of it. So I keep making.
Listen, this is not the first time I've heard Nintendo being greedy. Okay, when it comes to Nintendo, they're gonna do everything possible in order to not change their system, not listen to the fans. Keep their pricing the same. So Nintendo is just gonna be Nintendo no matter what.
In front of them, and there's so many people that defend Nintendo even in spite of them reaching into their piggy bank and shaking it for everything that could fall out. Heavens to Betsy, Nintendo even has the gall to charge money for their tech demo welcome tour for the Nintendo Switch. This is a game with the...
Are you serious? They're gonna charge for the tech demo while PlayStation made an entire freaking video game that won Game of the Year with their so-called tech demo. You think Nintendo's gonna be able to win Game of the Year with their tech demo? No.
Switch 2 that's supposed to teach you how to use the console. It is a tour of it, and they didn't even have the common courtesy to let it be free like other games of that kind, like Astrobot back on the PS4. It doesn't get more pathetic than that. How do you even defend that? How do you even begin to rationalize why they would charge?
Listen, when there's fanboys for anything, they will die on that hill. They will die on that hill. Look at people who still support Yay. They will die on that hill.
Money for their tutorial of the Switch 2. It's craziness. That is an actual Mr. Krabs maneuver. Like that episode where he was charging customers for air inside of the restaurant. Like, Nintendo is so beyond greedy, and I believe it is just truly indefensible no matter how hard people jump through mental gymnastics to... wave it away is not a big deal, and like they're totally right for increasing the price of their games and all this and that. I don't know.
I think Nintendo is for Nintendo. Obviously they want to have some sort of they want the fans to be satisfied, and put out a good product. But when it comes to freaking Nintendo practices, they will stick to their guns. They will stick to them. Think about it. They've removed melee tournaments. They removed I forgot what Splatoon, something was going on with that. So Nintendo's been known to be very, very strict with their IP.
I don't understand the desperation to suck the Nintendo wiener this hard and defend them like this, fight their PR battles for free. It is very valid criticism to make fun of them for their pricing because it's just ludicrous. And keep in mind, Nintendo never drops the price of their games. Ever.
Never.
Games that are 10 years old are still being sold for full fucking...
See, that's the thing about buying Nintendo games, dude. They never go on sale. Sometimes, rarely, if you go to a store, I don't know if it's a store sale, but they rarely get on sale. And when they do, it's only $15. Usually it's still full price. It's insane.
Priced by Nintendo. So these games that are coming out that are going to be $80 occasionally for the Switch 2, they're going to remain $80 till the day you die. Occasionally they do a deal where they drop the price temporarily on some of their titles, but that comes once in a blue moon. You are more likely to see Halley's Comet again than you are to see a Nintendo price drop on one of their properties for any meaningful length of time. And they charge out the wazoo for every single fucking thing that they can possibly even imagine. Like game chat in their games is a paid service.
Oh no.
Which means, since it's a paid service, your C buttons are going to be locked behind a paywall if you don't pay for it.
Wait. I thought game chat was once you purchase the Nintendo Online or whatever it's called. Do you have to purchase that separately?
Those buttons on your controller aren't even going to work. It's ridiculous.
Either way, it's
their game chat is also just reskin Discord, but with technology that's ancient compared to modern Discord. So
that's so
I'm
true.
I'm just going to show you clips from today's Yap session on Nintendo where we're going over Doug Bowser's most recent interview, and they showed more from game chat. It looks so laggy and so old.
Yeah, dude. Even in the freaking Nintendo Direct, it was like horrible. Like they couldn't do anything about that. That's how you know how bad it's gonna be. The freaking video chat was laggy. Like it was just so bad.
It is insulting they would even consider charging for it. And in this interview, Doug Bowser gives no good reasons why they increased the price of the games. The reason he gives, I think, is trash. Did you watch the Bowser interview over their $80 games? I didn't watch the interview, I just saw the statement. I'll watch the interview real quick. I'm assuming it's not a long interview. It's 17 minutes.
Doug Bowser also also having the last name Bowser. Is that like a fake name?
Opened up his whole heart here. I thought it was just going to be another classic Doug Bowser where they bring him out of cryo sleep for like a 3-minute appearance and then he goes right back into battery saving mode. Like, this guy is only ever seen like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. That's it. Outside of that, he ceases to exist. He just goes to the back rooms.
I guess the question now is, with the Switch 2, how do you avoid that trap again? What makes the Switch 2 a worthwhile upgrade so you don't kind of fall into that Wii U moment again?
Yeah, I think...
Oh, he just said the forbidden word. He mentioned Wii U. CNBC bringing up Wii U?
You know, it's good for journalists, like especially gaming journalists, to be really critical of the gaming company. You know, when you really care about products and people are, you know, purchasing these expensive ass products, you know, we should have people like that who are not afraid to go to the CEOs and kind of tell them, okay, well, this didn't work. What do you think about this? Like, as like an entire like fan base or an entire like group of people are saying, hey, we did not like this thing, and going straight to the CEO and saying that's fire.
Directly to Nintendo? Oh wow. Oh, wow. Doug Bowser's even surprised. Like, what do you say? Nah, these are clearly pre-screened questions, but I'm surprised they're willing to even mention what kind of failure Wii U was. I was one of the victims of that. I got scammed by it.
What's happening behind
the Wii U is cool. I use it here and there. I use it for the internet. I used it for, what was it? The Wind Waker HD. There were some cool games on it, but it was just like, it was alright. It was this big old freaking like pre-switch thing that you had to carry around, and you couldn't even go too far. It was alright. I had it
right now. It really,
I did buy a Wii U. Yeah.
That next generation, but then added very powerful.
What did you see in it? In the Wii U?
Features. So it's that understanding.
Okay, jeez, I can't believe I always have to defend myself about the Wii U. The reason I bought it is because I missed out on the Wii. I never owned a Wii. I only ever played it at friends' houses, and I felt so weird about that. So when the Wii U rolled around, I was like, not this time. I'm gonna get it. So I got it. Turns out I was weird now because I was the only...
Dude, going from the Wii to the Wii U is insane. Like, it does not compare at all.
Only one with a Wii U. But without the Wii U, I would have never created Big Moist, because the name Big Moist came from the Wii U. I bought it, I then brought it to my dorm, and we used it as a communal Wii U for
a communal Wii U? That just sounds crazy.
I made the name Big Moist on it.
And so, having the name Big Moist.
While the console was a scam, 100%, that shit was ass. Got some good memories from it.
And then there's the CPU and GPU processing power that allows for much deeper game development, and I think an ability to bring even more developers onto the platform. And then laid on top of that is the social features that we haven't talked about.
Don't you dare.
Horrible.
Don't you dare.
That lays on top of any game that you
That
play.
is just unnecessary. It's horrible.
One button seamlessly, you can connect with your friends. You can chat with.
That's just like meme stuff.
Discord. Doug, don't you dare try and use that as some kind of justification for crazy price increases. Well, you see, we invented this thing called chat. Now listen, bear with me. I know it sounds like a ludicrous idea, but what if when you played games, you could talk to your friends while doing it? Hey, people criticized Isaac Newton with gravity. Trust me here. Just stick with me. Stick with me. It's ridiculous. Like I'm glad it's finally coming. Like, it's cool, I guess, but the way they hype this up is ridiculous to me. You have literally just copied Discord's homework 5 or 6 years ago. Oh yeah, and you have to pay for it. That's right, and you have to pay for it. Forgot about that.
Yeah, that is kind of dumb not having, but I guess I see where they're coming from. It's like if you're kind of buying the online, if that's how it works. I don't know if you have to buy the freaking chat separately. But if you're buying the Nintendo Online, then I guess, you know, it comes with it. But is the PS5 and the Xbox have, like, you don't have to pay for, like, game chat or anything like that?
It's not even like a free thing.
Audio, or with 4 of them, you can have them on a video camera and have this opportunity to interact and talk about the games you're playing.
Now we're sitting here.
I also love in their own demonstration how choppy this looks. You are just better off using Discord with your friends. It's free. It's better quality. You are just better off if you're playing Switch with your boys. Hop on Discord. You are so much better off.
Now we're sitting here.
I guarantee you, nobody's gonna use that. I guarantee it. Nobody's gonna use that.
It just so happens that's
not even Discord, actual 2010 Connect technology. I won't go that far, but it is dated.
We didn't consider tariffs into that equation. We felt that that was going to be the right price point for our consumers and the right value proposition, if you will, for the device that we're creating. A lot of news today. We're still all trying to really understand it better and understand what possible impacts, may rise from that. But nothing I can really add to, today's discussion around pricing.
I will say, while the initial price point pre-tariff analysis here is higher than most people expected, myself included, I could almost understand that. Like, I could almost be like, you know what? It is an upgrade. It is finally modern. Okay, that I can stomach. I'm very curious, and I already know from the headlines where he goes with this, how they could possibly justify not only the increased price of the hardware, but the individual game price increase as well.
Okay, so the 450, 500, with the bundle, right? I think it's all right. It's in the price range that I assumed that it was going to be. I could have maybe seen it to be $399, right? And maybe I don't even know for the bundle one, but I thought it might have been a little less. I don't know how much the OLED goes for today, but I definitely, it's a little higher than what I expected.
But if you buy the game itself, this got a lot of attention. You've seen $80. That's a lot for a game. I know it's typically not what Nintendo charges. And then we look at the Donkey Kong game that's coming out about a month later. It's $70.
That is true. Why is Mario Kart World 80?
How the gaming pricing strategy is $80, kind of the
benchmark
for a AAA game for Nintendo. What should we be expecting?
The camera's $50. Hell nah. What do you mean you don't want this piece of tech from the late 2010s?
Nobody's buying that. It's like a stupid webcam.
How are you gonna talk to your friends on Nintendo Switch 2 Discord without the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, bud? All right, tough guy.
You're not.
What do you know about high-quality 480p cameras?
So we believe, based on the depth and breadth of the play and the repeatability of the play over time, the pricing that we announced is the right pricing. But again,
okay. They better be including free updates. They better be including free freaking DLC or something like that. Because that is gonna be like, okay, if you're saying that and you believe in the product, okay, well then also serve the consumer.
Other games like you mentioned, Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's going to be at a $70 price point. Because that is what we feel is the right price point for that particular gaming experience.
We just put it on there. We just put it on there.
Well, Donkey Kong Bonanza, that's a worse game. So we're charging less money for it. That game, it's nothing compared to Mario Kart World. That game actually really sucks. So we're giving you a great deal there. Mario Kart World, though, think of all the hours of gameplay you get. So many hours. So we had to increase the price. We did so much work, we needed to increase the price. And when the next Zelda game comes out, I'm going to be honest with you, we might go up to $120 on it. We put a lot of tender love and care into it.
Oh man, I would be pissed.
I think that's a good price for it.
I would be pissed.
Dude, it's so fucking stupid. Basically, they're saying, these are great games. You're going to get a lot out of the games, so we're charging you more for the games because we know you're going to buy it because you already like the properties. I had already read the headline. I knew that's what he said about it, more or less. I just think that's a really dog shit argument because it doesn't apply. Schedule 1. I've gotten so many hours out of Schedule 1, more so than most Nintendo games in recent memory. Okay. Paid a fraction of the price for Schedule 1. Does that mean Tyler should start charging $80 for Schedule 1 to match Mario Kart World? Fuck no. He'd get eaten alive, even though it offers the same amount of fun and the same amount of hours. It's dumb. It's a stupid statement. Like, yes, they'll get away with it because they're Nintendo. I don't think this holds any water. The main reason is they know they can charge this price. People will buy it. There's not going to be any kind of like boycott. Nintendo Switch 2 will still sell. All the games will still sell. So they can do it. So why not squeeze?
Dude, you remember those rumors when like GTA 5 was like, oh, it's going to be $100. Well, do we know if it's going to be $100 or not? Anyways, like gaming is getting crazy expensive. Crazy expensive. Even Nintendo is insanely expensive. Like, man, it's difficult to be a gamer these days.
Some more money out of the consumer. That's the core. That is at its core why they're doing it. I think they're pricing it based on whether or not it'll be continuously updated. But that's the thing. Every game is continuously updated in the modern day and age. I can't think of a game that just comes out and never gets touched again. Even games that flop still get some updates over their lifespan, even if it is a short lifespan. You can't base a game on that either. I still think that's a stupid reason too. Like fucking Babylon's Fall. That only ever opened to like 12 players and me and Denkin got updates. Concord got updates. Like every game that comes out gets updates.
Concord RAP.
Do you think it would be a fair price if they announce every DLC and add-on will be free? If they did that, yes. That would make a lot more sense. They will never do that. But in your like fairy tale, Candyland, hyper.
See, hopefully they do. Hopefully they do something. If I could see a world in the future, I could be like, okay, well, we'll give you these two new. They won't say it's DLC, but hey, we're introducing 2 new maps. We're introducing this. We're doing updates, and they'll do it one time, and then they'll go into like, then you could purchase DLC later down the road.
If they said we're increasing the base price of these games, and you will get our feature updates later down the line, like our DLC packages, you will get that included. Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Then I'd be like, okay, I see what you're trying to get at. You're basically selling the game plus the full
feature updates
season pass. Okay,
there you go. It probably won't be full lifespan.
That would make sense to me. You'd basically be selling like the Game of the Year version. They're never doing that, but if they did, I wouldn't be upset. Oh, I see what you're saying, Archive. Like, Mario Kart is a multiplayer game, so it'll get more stuff. Donkey Kong is a single-player experience, hence why it's cheaper. Not saying it's right, just figuring out their logic. I see what you're saying. Okay. Maybe that's how they base their pricing then.
You have to have a Nintendo account. If I'm worthy of buying a Switch 2, are people going to be able to go out and buy it?
That is cute.
Innovation there with the number of hours played was really to reward our most loyal players and to give them a chance to queue up first and have an opportunity to purchase the product. Tomorrow we're going to be meeting with our retail partners, and our retail partners will have their own.
Oh, they got to play Metroid?
And I promise you it won't be that.
The demand that's going to be out there for Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, they did announce this. I did know about it. In order to pre-order the Switch, at least through them, you have to verify that you're a Nintendo fan, fundamentally. Like, you have to verify that you engage with Nintendo products. You have a certain amount of hours. It's basically a fucking background check, like you're buying a gun. They do like a check to make sure that you are qualified for a pre-order. It's so good.
Dude, what in the world is Nintendo doing? Did you have to have like these prerequisites before you freaking get it? That's insane. What?
I actually don't even hate that, because anything that takes a stab at scalpers, I'll at least give it a try. I'll at least say, cool, why not give it a whirl? So I don't dislike that.
I didn't even think about that.
Retailers outside of Nintendo will not be doing that. No chance. They are still going to be scalpers. It's not going to beat scalpers, but anything that at least takes a shot at it, go for it.
So first of all, with Game Chat, when you choose Game Chat, you're only choosing from a list of your friends. So you're not
God, that...
online to a wide open...
I know.
If this was my product, the last thing I would want people to see is this.
I know.
That looks like right out of Skype.
It's so choppy.
From back in the day. Oof.
So bad.
Oh.
They I don't know, they should have fixed that or something, because like even showing it on the freaking, this is coming from the direct, like we all notice it, right?
And those people that you've invited into your
You see the quote where Doug pulled a Don Matrick? Who's Don Matrick? And he's what quote? Are you talking about the one where he said if you can't afford the Switch 2, get the Switch 1, or that's why the Switch 1 is here? He was the Xbox guy during the Xbox One reveal. Oh, did they say that for the Xbox One? If you can't afford the Xbox One, get the 360? History was not kind to that console. That thing was a super flop. Up there with the Wii U, really. But yeah, here. If you can't afford the $449 Switch, don't expect much help from Nintendo. The company executive is suggesting budget-conscious gamers simply settle for the first-gen Switch.
Basically, if you can't afford to get in, then go to the older one. You can't afford to get in here, you can't even get. How are you gonna hate from outside the club?
Bowser said the company recognizes there are some people that may not be able to afford the Switch 2's price point. That's why we wanted to make the other Switch platforms available so people still have an opportunity to come into our gaming universe, be a part of these characters in these worlds, and see value, if you will, in whatever rung of the platform they come in. Yeah, so, can't afford it, stay broke, get a Switch, basically, is what it boils down to.
Broke boy.
I think they are still developing every game for Switch and Switch 2, so nothing. I don't think anything is Switch 2 exclusive. So I don't think you'll miss out on any games by not having the Switch 2.
What?
Never mind, I'm immediately proven wrong in the following paragraph. Wow. A growing crop of Switch 2 games such as Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza won't be offered on the Switch 1. I'm wrong. That was quick. It was in the following paragraph.
They ain't gonna give you access, boy. You gotta pay to get in.
You know that.
Gotta pay
No, I
to
was
get
under
in.
the impression this was going to be like when the PlayStation 3 launched and they still like co-developed games for PS3 and PS2. But even with the PS3, they did have like a couple of PS3 exclusives like Resistance, Fall of Man. Oh yeah, and here's the mention of Xbox One. Comparing it to Don Matrick, who tried to justify the Xbox One internet requirement, saying, "Fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360. Great quote, Don. Crushed it. Don Matrick got fired 1 month after the Xbox One reveal.
With those type of comments.
Why? What did he do wrong? I'm sure he's probably the CEO of a Fortune 500 company now, because you can only fail upwards in this industry. Why do you hate Xbox? They've been doing so many good things recently. What? I don't even really hate them. They just have nothing on there. And Phil Spencer constantly reminds people of that. He's like, yeah, we lost the console war.
Yeah, man, so it's crazy what Nintendo is doing. Obviously, this is not any surprise from, like, Nintendo at all. I'm sure a lot of people, like, you know, we're kind of just like, okay, well, it's Nintendo. You know, we love the products, we love the IP, and I'm pretty sure they're so self-aware of their own product as well. And, you know, they're just gonna, people are gonna buy it, people are gonna purchase it. Doesn't matter where we move the market, people are still gonna purchase our games, they're still gonna spend the money. And that's kind of where we're at with it. So hopefully with Mario Kart World, if it's going to be $80, you do get those DLCs. You do get those like updates for free. It's just insane what's going on with the freaking gaming industry right now, especially when it comes to like, you know, game pricing and kind of where everything is going money-wise. It's just insane, even with the freaking tariffs. But we'll just have to see, man. People are still gonna buy it. People are still gonna get it. Like, if it's still a good product, hopefully it is. Like, hopefully it's better than what's being like shown to us. But there's a lot of things that are kind of like, we didn't really need that. We're kind of just interested in the games. We're interested in the hardware. And overall, man, we'll just have to see. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Check out Moist, obviously bigger guy than I am, so it doesn't really matter there. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.